I just cut my hair. I don't know how to style it yet. Still gonna do this video. Choppy Bob. Hey, I'm Diana, and here are some things you need to know before you turn 40. Aging is not really something you need to be afraid of. You just need to know how to bravely move forward into it. Like, you can't let aging happen to you. You have to happen to aging. I can give you a few tips on how you can do that. I'm no expert, I'm only 45. I say only because I think you should always look at yourself from the perspective of your 85-year-old self and just look at you and marvel at you and say, wow, look how young and wonderful she is and how much time she has left to develop herself. So I'm only 45. How do you happen to life? You have to keep your mind flexible and always learning, and keep your body in the best shape you can. And then I think you also have to have your priorities straight. And what I mean by that is you have to aim for personal development instead of physical perfection. Because on the personal development side, it's never ending. It's limitless. You can develop yourself until the end of your life and keep getting better and better. On the physical perfection side, it's a losing game that you're probably going to lose by the time you're 35 or 40. And you'll still have 65 years of losing to go. Why even play it? There's no winning, even when you're young. Having your priorities focused on personal development is your winning strategy. For sure, something will start aching, falling out, or acting strange on your body. Everybody gets something, and the way that you can get the least harmful thing is to keep yourself in the best physical shape you can before you turn 40. And that will help you avoid having the worst of the issues. You want to keep your flexibility. A flexible person is a young seeming person. So don't let yourself just sit in your chair all day. If you have been, please get up and stretch your back, stretch your legs, stretch your hips. Don't let your back get out of whack because you've been sitting all day and you didn't take the 3 minutes it would take to stretch. That'll keep you seeming young much longer and you'll feel better. You want to try to retain your good young posture. Posture, because eventually you go further and further forward and you start to get something called, this is not a good name, a dowager's hump right here, where your neck is kind of curved right at the base into your shoulders, and it's kind of a slump. And after a while, you can't get out of that. You do not want to develop a dowager's hump. They also call it a buffalo hump. Does that sound good to you? It doesn't sound good to me, and it doesn't because it's not good. So you want to focus on keeping your shoulders back as much as you can. I know that sounds like mom advice, and maybe it is, but moms know stuff, and that's why there's mom advice. You don't have to learn this mistake for yourself. Keep your shoulders back, work on your posture and your back strength. Wear sunscreen every day, right now. Put on your sunscreen. I started wearing sunscreen at 18, and it was not a popular time for young people to be regularly wearing sunscreen. And I have to tell you that this has been my main source of skin youthfulness well into my 40s, is that I took care of this when I was young. Now, that doesn't mean that if you're watching this and you're 38 that you can't start now. You can start now. Just start with the sunscreen, put it on now. Is that a song? Maybe I should incorporate that into these videos. A little song and dance, maybe not the dance. Try every activity that you can, that you want to, that you're able to, because you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you like if you haven't tried it. So about this haircut, that's just me trying every activity to see what I like, and that activity is different haircuts. So you want to get your hands on as many tools, your eyes on as many books, your butt in as many classes as you can, so you can figure out what you really like to do. Because it's out there. If you haven't found it yet, it's a very fun process to explore and try to find the thing you like, the things you like. What was that thing I always say about not tucking your hair behind your ears? I don't know. Maybe someone should tell me about not tucking my hair behind my ear. Too late. You know, we're good at some things and we're not so good at other things. And sometimes we worry about these things that we're not good at. We think we should develop them and we should make them better. But often that's a waste of time, because there are some things that you are really good at. And whether that's connecting with people, taking care of paperwork, managing things, these are all things that if you are good at them, just dive into it. Be really good at the things you're good at. That will make you much more valuable in whatever career, job, life path you choose. Well-rounded is kind of overrated. You don't have to be good at everything. You will do much better if you just get really good at what you're good at. Be the expert at what you're good at. So what if you already know that you're not very good at something, but you want to do it anyhow? Well, then go ahead and do it, because there is a chance that you could get better at it. You have to be bad at something first before you can be good at it. So just dive into being bad at something if that's the thing you want to do. Go ahead and just be bad at it until you're good at it. And that's fun too. But just because you're bad at first doesn't mean you're not ever going to get good at it. If it's the thing you want to do, dive in. Here's something that no one ever told me. Almost anything that you love to do is a job that someone gets paid for. No one ever told me this. There's a job for almost anything that people like to do or that they're good at. There's something called the internet where you can go explore this now. What are these jobs where my skill set is going to be valuable? Even if your skill set is watching movies. There's a job where someone watches the movies and picks out where things don't make sense or where they're not continuous. Like, they get paid for that. It's just amazing what you can get paid for sometimes, but just knowing that job is out there is a big deal. It can change your life, and you can go for it. Your face will droop. I'm sure you knew that. Your face will droop, and it's not fun. It's totally not fun. I admit it. But it's also not the end of the world. And the way you get past it is that you find something to do that you love that has nothing to do with your face. You'll be surprised how fast you forget about how your face is not what it once was. I should do an entire video on your face and how it changes throughout the years, because you will look different. I think that I should have put that in here as a number, is that as you age, you will look different. It's not worse, it's just different. So maybe we'll talk about that some other time. Maybe I'll take that out of the video. Something you should know that hardly anybody will tell you is that after 40, hair will stop growing in the places you want it and start growing in the places you don't want it. It's a fact of life, so don't overpluck your eyebrows. There will not be enough. You will have to pluck a hair or two out of your neck and your chin. It's not a big deal. It takes 2 seconds. Nothing to be scared of. And lastly, the thing you should be doing before 40 is building some real-world skills. What do I mean by that? Basic human survival skills that have existed through the centuries. You won't believe how this can empower you and how much more sure of yourself you can feel when you have these skills. Skills like building a fire, tying some strong knots, growing your own vegetables and cooking and eating them, knowing how to patch a wall, using a drill to hang pictures, using a level, using a hammer and nails. These are very useful things that you will not have to rely on anyone else to help you with if you learn how to properly use them. I also recommend YouTube and TikTok tutorials on cleaning. It will get you so motivated to tidy your space, and keeping a tidy space is keeping a tidy mind. And keeping a clean house is the realest real-world skill there is. Keeping your place nice and tidy is going to keep your life on track and in control. These are things that I wish someone had told me before I turned 40, so I hope this video helps you at any age. See you soon.